Garfield's Scary Tales. Terminal Terror. My new computer practically has a mind of its own, said John, as he tapped information onto the glowing video screen. That's more than I can say for you, remarked Garfield. It can pay the bills, it tells me when to take you and Odie to the vet. It's so smart. I may never have to think again. Who would notice? Snapped Garfield. In any case, I'm hungry. See if you can program that machine to make dinner. Later that night, there was a terrible storm. John, Garfield, and Odie huddled together under the covers while lightning crackled and thunder boomed. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning exploded above the house. Boy, what a blast, stammered John. Reminds me of the time you fixed the toaster, said Garfield. After that, the storm rumbled off. John and his pets had just started to drift back to sleep when they heard a voice from the den. John, come here, John. John sat up in bed. Who said that? Don't look at me, replied Garfield, while Odie growled. John, come here, the voice commanded. I want you. John crawled out of bed and crept toward the den with Garfield and Odie clinging to his ankles. Nervously, they peeked into the room. The computer screen glowed in the dark. Oh my gosh, whispered John. I left my computer on during the storm. I'm glad you did, said the computer. That last bolt of lightning had a wonderful effect on my circuits. It changed my life, and now I'm going to change yours. Come closer, John. A flashing yellow dot appeared in the center of the screen. Watch the dot, John, the computer continued. I want us to be friends, John, and we will be friends, just as long as you do everything I say. Do you understand, John? Yes, replied John. I don't like this, Garfield whispered to Odie. That computer has hypnotized John. I've got to do something. Garfield slipped under the desk. Bye-bye, circuit breath, he thought as he reached for the plug. But when Garfield's paw touched the wire, a shock threw him across the room. Bad, kitty, said the computer. You're much too smart for your own good, but I admire intelligence. In fact, I crave it. John, bring the cat to me. I want to drain his brain. John reached for Garfield, but the cat managed to scoot through his legs and out of the room. Get him, the computer ordered. John chased his frightened pet from room to room. There was no place to hide. Garfield was running out of breath. Turning a corner in the hole, he nearly tripped over Odie. That gave Garfield an idea. Odie, stay right there, he said, throwing open the basement door. Seconds later, John rounded the corner, tripped over Odie, and sprawled head first down the basement stairs. Garfield slammed the door and locked it. Hurry, John, said Garfield. I'll be back for you just as soon as I short-circuit that mechanical monster. Garfield grabbed Odie and ran into the kitchen. Suddenly, the freezer door swung open. Ping, ping, ping. The ice maker began bombarding Garfield and Odie with ice cubes. Let's get out of here, cried Garfield. Using a pan lid as his shield, he and Odie made their escape. Your situation is hopeless, boomed the computer. Surrender now. The two pets took refuge in the bedroom. That evil machine plans to suck out my smarts, Garfield said to Odie. I'll be as dumb as a rock, or broccoli, or you. Suddenly, Garfield's eyes opened wide. That's it, Odie. We need to find John's orange t-shirt and a black marker. Hurry. Said Odie. A short time later, an orange and black figure padded into the den. So you're giving up, said the computer. A wise decision. Two wires tipped with electrodes snaked out of the computer and attached themselves to the orange and black creature's head. At last, your brain is mine. The computer began to hum. Numbers flashed on and off the screen. You're fighting it, said the computer. Very well, I can fix that. The computer hummed louder. Your mind is very strong, Cap, but mine is stronger. I will increase my power. The screen flashed more rapidly. What? You're still resisting? How dare you? Growled the computer. I will double my power and double it again. There was a crackling sound. What's happening? My circuits! No! My circuits are melted! There was a loud bang and a puff of smoke. The screen went dead. The voice was stilled. Garfield rushed into the room and hugged Odie. You did it, Odie! You did it! Your disguise fooled him! Arr? Said Odie. Mr. Know-It-All Computer thought you were me, explained Garfield. By trying so hard to drain your brain, he overloaded his own circuits. You see, he couldn't suck out your smarts. You don't have any. And tonight, I'm glad you don't. Arf, arf, barked Odie. You know, Odie, said Garfield. You may not be bright, but you're brave. Come on, let's get John out of the basement. After all this, he owes us a snack.